Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, year 2, week 22, ending September 13, 2019. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I bought, nor an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I'm on a mission to become a great growth stock investor. Watch me on my journey, learn from my mistakes, and celebrate my successes. According to the IBD at investors.com, the market is in a confirmed uptrend, which means that it's a pretty good time to be buying stocks. This is the S&P 500 6-month chart. Way back in February, I drew these blue lines that I wanted to see the S&P 500 go above, and it did, and then it dropped back down. Once it went above those, I drew the purple lines. That was in the July timeframe. I drew that yellow box showing all of August where this index was just jumping all around. Now it's above that and above both my purple lines, so it looks like the market is performing nicely. This is a 6-month chart for the Russell 2000. It did climb above its 50-day simple moving average on Tuesday, and it's well above that now. It also broke out of that August yellow box that I have put around it. And this is the 1-year chart for the Russell 2000. I did add that dashed blue line at 1600. I would like to see this get above that point, but it did get out of the yellow box of August, and it is above, like I said, its 50-day moving average. So this index is also moving in the right direction. And the VIX that I like to see below 16, ideally closer to 12. It closed the week at 1374. So it looks like the market's doing great, but my portfolio is not. Every single one of my stocks sold this week. Only one of them I had a slight gain in. The rest of them I took a loss in. Now I'm going to review the charts for the stocks that I sold this week. This is Luna. I only held it for 2 days and I did sell it at an 8% loss, $859. This stock is holding steady at its 28-day exponential moving average, and it has not hit its 50-day, so it might be okay to buy again. I'm probably not going to. This is a relatively volatile stock, so I could easily buy this and get kicked out of it again. Coupa. I had 2 buys in this stock. One I held for 3 days and I took a 6% loss in it. The other one, my B2, I held for 6 days. I didn't have a floor set for this, so it didn't trigger on Monday when my B1 triggered a sell, and I held it all week hoping it would go back up. Thursday it gave me hope, and then Friday it tanked again. So I took a super big loss on this, 14.5%. Remember the importance of always setting your floor when you make a purchase of a stock. Paycom, I have 3 buys in this stock. My B1 I held for 4.5 weeks and I had a 1% gain in it, a gain of $123. My B2 and my B3 I held for just about 3 weeks and I took a 1% loss in my B2 and almost a 5% loss in my B3. TRI, I held this stock for just 4 days and I took a 4% loss in it. GPN, I have 2 buys in this stock. One I held for 6 days and I have a negative 2% loss in it, and one I've held for 4 days and I have a 6% loss. I do like this stock still, and I'm thinking of buying this one again. EPRT, I have 1 buy in this stock. I held it for 3.5 weeks and I took a 1% loss. Here's the performance of my portfolio versus the S&P 500. My portfolio is up 34.6% versus 13.2% for the S&P 500. That's in 1 year and 22 weeks that I've been doing my portfolio. I like to see where the dollar value changed from week to week, and all of my change, $4,276 of change, was the value of the stocks that I held last week, but I sold this week. At the end of year 2, week 22, I have just over $134,000 in cash. I have 100% in cash right now. My actions are I could sit tight or I could buy some new stocks. I'm not going to be doing a B2 and a B3 right now. I took a look at my B2s and I have made 19 buy 2s and 6 of them I took a gain in, and my total gain for across all 19 buys is just under $1,000. I did the same for my B3s and I have 9 B3 buys, 2 of them for a gain, and my total gain across all 9 buys was just under $900. But my August and September B2 and B3s, I had 7 buys for 0 for a gain, and my total loss was $2,500 in those 7 buys. So I'm going to just be doing B1s until I start making some progress in my portfolio. I lost quite a bit of money in the last few weeks, and I wanted to take a look at my sell rules and see if they were working for me. I asked myself, would it be better if I kept my floor at 8% instead of moving it up every week? Was I getting stopped out of stocks prematurely? And should I really just hold them for 4 weeks at a minimum? And the answer was, my sell rules are working well for me. I'd still own 5 stocks, but I would have had lost an additional $506 on that grouping. Then I had another 5 stocks that would have triggered at 8%, and so that loss would have been $3,318 more than what I already lost on them. And then the bottom group is the ones that I actually sold for an 8% or more loss. I think the best lesson here was to not let my losses get out of hand. Make sure I have that stop, and if they drop below that stop, I need to go in right away and rectify the situation, not let it ride. Turns out it wasn't my sell rules I was having an issue with, but my buying. I bought 4 stocks when the market was in a confirmed uptrend, and another 4 stocks when it was under pressure, and 8 stocks when it was in correction. So I need to stop buying when the market's in correction. Right now the market is in a confirmed uptrend, so I'm going to start looking for some stocks to buy and slowly get back into the market. I don't have a watch list to share with you, but I am going to be getting my stock ideas from the IPO stocks on investors.com and looking at my Tandem like screen in MarketSmith. Plus, I'm going to look at the IBD 50, the Big Cap 20, the Near Pivot, and the Blue Dot list. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.